This is how to take trades using liquidity. Hey guys, my name is Fabio, and in this video we're going to learn the 3 different forms of liquidity, how to combine liquidity together with market structure, supply and demand, and the premium versus discount tool, and how you can use this strategy in order to pass prop firm challenges. Using this exact strategy, these are the kind of results that I've been able to achieve, and after watching this video, you should be able to do the same. Now, without further ado, let's dive straight in. Before diving into the actual trade breakdown, let's focus on the 3 different forms of liquidity, and then after that I'll show you the actual trade and how I combine these 3 different forms into actually taking setups when combined with market structure, supply and demand, and liquidity. Now, the first form of liquidity is the most easy one to identify, and that is swing high and swing low liquidity. Now, what we believe is that above a swing point, so for example a swing high, that is where stop losses are going to be placed from traders who are going short. So ultimately what we're going to be looking for is a sweep of the overall high, a takeout of that overall high before the actual continuation in towards the downside. And the same goes for swing low liquidity. What we're looking for is a takeout of the overall low for the continuation back in towards the upside. Now, the easiest way to identify this is, for example, right over here. What we have is an overall swing low here gets taken out, and then the actual continuation in towards the upside then takes place. Now, the second form of liquidity is known as trendline liquidity. In an uptrend, what you're going to be seeing are these higher lows, and what we ultimately expect is that at some point in time, all of those lows will be taken out before the actual continuation in towards the upside again takes place. And what that very simply said looks like is, for example, right over here where we have a very clear ascending trend line. What does the market do? It takes out this low, this low, this low, all of them together, and then the actual continuation in towards the upside takes place, forming all of those continuous higher lows. At some point in time, they all get taken out for the real continuation trade in towards the upside then takes place. Now, the final form of liquidity is maybe also one that a lot of you are familiar with, but less frequently used, and that is range liquidity. Now, range liquidity is when we have an area of consolidation, and what we believe is that people are going long from the support level and they're trying to short the overall resistance level. And ultimately, what you're going to be looking for is a takeout of the overall range low and a takeout of all of those early buyers for the overall upside continuation, and vice versa on the other side, a takeout of all of the sellers for, again, a reversal in towards the opposite direction. And ultimately what this will look like is, for example, when the market is compressing or moving sideways, as we for example had over here, the market will move above that overall range, take out all of those early sellers who try to sell with their stop loss placed above the overall highs here, and then once those people get taken out, the actual continuation trade in towards the downside then takes place. Now, these are the 3 most important forms of liquidity. I hope you understand them. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Now, let's dive into the actual confluences that I then combine with these liquidity concepts in order to take trades like that German 40 position, which I showed you during the introduction of this video. For this trade breakdown, we're going to go over each and every confluence one by one, starting with the most important one, which is going to be MS, known as market structure. Is the market trending in towards the upside, or is the market trending in towards the downside? Now, if you look here at my chart, you can already very clearly see that the market is trending in towards the upside. What the market has been doing is creating higher highs continuously, and it's continuously been creating higher lows. Now, as we can see here, we just put in a new higher high. So what I'm now waiting for is the market to reaccumulate or to retrace back in towards the downside, form a new higher low, and then trade the continuation back up in towards a new higher high. And this is what I always do on the 4-hour time frame. Now, when I then know that the market structure is bullish, I want to be looking at the 2 other confluences that help me understand when that overall pullback is then ready to be over and to continue delivering the market in towards the upside, because that is the most important part of this overall strategy, understanding that the bottom is in and that we are now ready to continue driving further in towards the highs. Now, the second piece of confluence that we then use is indeed liquidity. And when we look at those 3 different liquidity concepts that I explained, we want to always be looking to identify these within the impulse in towards the upside, never within the retracement, but always within the impulse. And that's why I love to draw in the overall green box, because it helps me understand where I'm going to be looking for that liquidity. For example, previously in this first impulse in towards the highs over here, we had very clear trendline liquidity where we had a beautiful trend line. The market took out all of that trendline liquidity and then continued driving further in towards the highs. In the second impulse right over here, what we had there was swing swing low liquidity. Once the market took that out, it was then ready to continue driving in towards the upside. Now, when we look at the overall impulse here, there are two forms of liquidity that I really like. First of all, we have swing low liquidity positioned over here. As we can see, we have a beautiful swing low for the upside continuation. So I believe that underneath that swing low, that is where liquidity is positioned. And the second piece of liquidity is underneath the trend line over here. We have very clear trend line liquidity. As we can see, the market formed a higher low, higher low, higher low, even here a higher low. And now what I'm waiting for is for the lowest point of that trend line liquidity to get taken out before the market then continuing further in towards the upside. So I now understand, okay, I'm waiting for the market to retrace into either this first low or the second low to then look for the overall long continuation trade. Now, the third piece of Confluence is going to be the PVD, known as premium versus discount. Now, the premium versus discount tool is nothing more, nothing less than the Fibonacci retracement tool. I'm going to be waiting for the 0.5 fib to get hit. The rule with the premium versus discount tool is that we want to see the market retrace at least in towards the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level to then retrace into discount pricing, also known here as the gray zone. Once that 0.5 gets hit, we're now ready to look for a continuation trade further in towards the highs. Now, the last piece of Confluence is going to be supply and demand, the overall market structure shift, as I like to call it. What you're then waiting for is the market to react or interact with the overall liquidity low, give you a market structure shift, and form an area of demand to then take an overall valid long position in towards a new higher high. Now, let's look at the market and identify the overall setup that we want to be trading in towards a new higher high. Now, as we can see, the overall retracement starts taking place in towards the downside. And at this point in time, the supply zone here is in control. And we expect the market to still continue driving further in towards the overall downside. So what we see happening is indeed we get another push in towards the downside. Now, that means that currently this supply zone here is in control. And still we are expecting an overall downside push. A lot of traders would now expect, hey, the market should continue delivering lower prices. And they start identifying the market to be in an overall bearish trend, and they expect lower lows to now be hit. But we understand that this is purely the overall pullback phase, delivering price in towards liquidity point number one or liquidity point number two to eventually give us a new higher high. So again, what we see happening here is the market delivers us closer in towards the downside. Now, this is a very interesting point in the market because what the market now has done is delivered price in towards the lowest point of liquidity. Because if we look at the overall impulse here in towards the highs, below this point here, there is no liquidity at all. Meaning that in my opinion, the market has to react from this liquidity low and start delivering price further in towards the highs. Now, I'm happy to enter based on a demand zone that is now going to be created. And again, a demand zone is created based on a market structure shift that looks something like this, where we interact with the overall liquidity low, we see a shift in the market structure, we then form an area of demand, and we're then happy to take an overall long position. Now, what we can see here is that that is actually about to happen, because what happens if we click through a few candlesticks, the market gives you that overall market structure shift. You could see here we get a push down, pull back up, another push down, and then boom, a break of market structure in towards the highs. Now, the rule is that when you take out the lowest point of liquidity within the impulse, we are then happy to place a buy stop on the overall market structure shift with a stop loss underneath the overall swing structure low, targeting a new higher high for at least a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. Now, in this particular trade example, we can then see that the market then also shifts internal structure, meaning that the pullback is officially over. Remember, this was the internal pullback structure. We've now broken that, and we're now also on the internal market structure completely bullish, meaning I now expect a new impulsive phase in towards the highs to start commencing. So what I'm now looking for is another overall long position based on, again, the same confluences, reaccumulation, and then boom, another long position in towards the highs. So what we are now looking for is actually the exact same confluences as before. We're simply looking for swing low liquidity to get taken out to then continue delivering price further in towards the highs. Because remember, the market structure here is now bullish. We have clear liquidity here, and I'm therefore happy to enter my first skill in position on the overall liquidity low with my stop loss underneath the second liquidity low. My second skill in, I'm happy to take on the second liquidity low with my stop loss underneath the low of market structure. Both setups can be targeted for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Now, what we can see happening here is that the market retraces in towards that first overall liquidity low and therefore triggers an overall valid skill in position. From that moment onwards, the market starts consolidating. Nothing nothing out of the ordinary. Here you can also see and identify the third liquidity concept, which is range liquidity, where we take out the overall range low. And what we then expect is that the market should still continue driving in towards the highs, which then eventually happens and the market starts driving up higher and higher to eventually hit our TP. Now, this is exactly how to combine market structure together with supply and demand and the premium versus discount tool. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.